Welcome back to finals. They were into round 4, heat number 2. We just came off a heat where Owen Wright skipped to the quarters, and that's exactly what these three want to do. Medina takes on Andino and Matt Wilkinson. Gabriel, a former world champ, former event champ, but one of the best track records in Teahupo'o history. Andino's been a fighter out here in the past with quarters, but they're dealing with current world number 1. Matt Wilkinson wears the Jeep yellow jersey, and he got a start during the break pot. Says he's hanging on to that barrel ride.
Wow, that was insane ability right there to be able to pull that off. Literally laying down. Let's have a look here from Matty Wilco. Just finding those little inside west bowls, and you can see it kind of clips him. He's laying back there, a bit of an awkward stance, but somehow pulled it off. It's going to kind of give him a little bit of confidence.
Also, Medina getting a start.
Yeah, Medina straight into it, kicks out, missed the barrel, so you know what he said, well, I'm not going to try and force issue.
But he was aware of that. He wanted to try to accomplish that and create that record for himself. Wilco running down the line nice and deep. Draws off the top and now flies away over that shallow reef. Deep up the point is Andino, and he'll just step off.
Well, let's have a look at Kolohe first. Just getting caught behind the section, and again, missing that first part of the wave. You might as well kick out. Matty Wilco, though, he didn't miss it, did he? Have a look at this. Driving through the section. Pulls in, real crumbly section. Foam balls, comes out, and then just there's that trademark sort of hooking maneuver that he does. Kicks out. So a good combination of turns. Good positioning. I like he was almost standing quite tall inside that barrel. Some of these waves are wide open no matter what. A fairly chunky score.
During those replays, Medina got another wave, got a nice deep vision here, Ponce.
Yeah, a little bit of a crumbly exit, so
trying to get enough energy to take a win here. Wilco up. A bright yellow jersey shining through the lip there as he comes out, sets that rail for the down carve right into a hack off the top. His transitions are always money. And with a 717, he's feeling it today, Potts.
This top 5 conversation is amazing. I mean, the talent that we're watching here as Matty Wilco threads the eye of the needle and comes out beautifully. So he's going to better that 2.83, extend his lead, put a little bit more pressure on both Gabriel and Kolohe. You can see there, just how's the technique. That was a very critical wave there. He had to move his body, he had to weave through the barrel, he had to change the shape of his body, extend it.
He passed all that knowledge on as we watch Gabriel Medina. Big fin drift out the back. Deep bottom turn and knifes it again off the roof. All performance maneuvers coming to the inside corner. Now packing the pit, Andino. He's out looking for a big backside wrap and a rebound. And the surfer that's known as Brother from his family and friends back in San Clemente turns in a nice looking barrel.
Let's have a look again. Slides in beautifully, grabs that rail. I love the front hand, that front hand just guiding him through the guts of the barrel in that searing maneuver. So this is definitely going to be Kolohe's best wave. Just you know, 3 waves ridden for Kolohe, less than a point on all 3 occasions, but this one definitely a lot better as he comes out. And then watch this turn here, just lays into it, drives back around and bounces off the whitewater. So a nice critical finish to the wave as well for Kolohe. That's going to be a great score for him.
Also, Medina, big turn spots.
Yeah, big turns from Gabriel Medina. And we were expecting that from him. So, oh, look at that, almost upside down again. So a combination of major turns. We saw Conor O'Leary get a 5-point ride for 2 maneuvers and then fell off. So this is going to definitely be a chunky score. I mean, the judges cannot ignore the great surfing from Gabriel Medina here. Bang through the lip, fins out the back, so showing some critical stuff there.
We got some beautiful tubes out of that first heat, and Wilco just having a blast out here, kind of dominating.
He sure is, Strider. Wilco up now, layback hack as he passes the Waz on the inside. Has priority with 12:45 to go in the lead. It looks like he's going to use it quickly. Takes off, can't pull in, and so he's going to sneak out. Andino handed priority, and he's thankful Medina and Wilco didn't turn in scores there. So as we see the decision here.
Yeah, well, he couldn't have pulled in there because that wave kind of crumbled in front of him. Good move just to kick out and save your time and energy.
And also John Florence in that next matchup. Late takeoff. Andino's in the pit, looking for the exit. Waited a few minutes with priority. He'll get the completion there. Turns have been important this morning on finals day, and he's got a few backside snaps before he kicks out on the dry reef.
Kind of what you got to do, you know, get those nice clean little gems. Medina up and riding.
Right into the pit. One big pump, and he's down right on the exit.
Well, I mean, for all money, you thought he was coming out of this. Right there, that little foam ball just caught his board. You just try to talk about it. As soon as your board touches that whitewater foam ball, it will literally take your board away. Right there, you can see his board literally came to a screaming stop. Kolohe Andino, on the other hand, focused on it, grabbed that rail, an extra point of contact. He's going to need a little bit more, though. 6.5 minutes remaining. And this one coming just under the requirement.
Very interesting exchange. Kolohe getting the exit. How did it look from your angle, Strider?
Well, I think Kolohe did really well with his wave, coming out to the check turn to set up the next couple of turns for the face jams. And, you know, Gabriel looked like he had the perfect exit. But I give you that information. That really helps.
Great to see. Now Medina without priority. Wilco's going to take off late to try to play defense. Remember, the surfer with priority has undisputed right away. And Wilco knows how important it is for a quarterfinal to skip round 5. They're both going under that wave as Andino is sitting in the pit. He's going to turn to the inside corner as we wait for the decision from the panel pots.
It's an interference.
Even though Medina demands priority at the start of heats, I almost think he's more lethal under priority. He's trying to create a moment for himself. But meanwhile, Andino was just doing his own thing here.
Well, that's what happens when you leave someone alone. Medina's and Wilco tangling up, and Kolohe Andino saying, you know what, thank you very much. I'll get the wave behind it and quite possibly drop the winning score. Let's have a look. As Medina comes off the bottom, Matty Wilco takes off. So, yeah, that was definitely an interference call right there. So we'll see Medina in round number 5.
So there's the decision there. Without priority, doesn't have right of way. Wilco's allowed to have every bit of this wave. And he'll just step off. Wilco understands the situation.
So now if Medina right there backs off and gives way to Matty Wilco, everything's good. But Medina sort of, I don't know what was going through his mind there. Maybe thinking that Matty Wilco was not going to catch that wave. You cannot take your eye off the guy with priority. Matty Wilco identifying that and catching the wave, using his priority. There's nothing wrong with that. It's up to Medina to stay out of the way, right, Joe?
That's right. As we see the interference locked in, a priority interference, you take a whole wave away. So he's just counting that 6.0. We close out a very interesting matchup. Kolohe Andino left to himself out the back, gets barreled 7-2-7 to steal the win off the Goofy Foots. Medina and also world number 1 Matt Wilkinson have to deal with an extra round.